Hi everyone. So Brownie and I are doing this focused training with LuLaRoe where they have us in a focused webinar every day for 10 days. We got half of it done, and then we went to a leadership training for 3 days and then finishing the other half of it. That's the unique way to do it because we have half the class done, half the concepts, and then go to this other great training and come back and get the other half. The main part that we're on right now is figuring out how to have difficult conversations. You know that there are people you need to have a difficult conversation with, whether it is someone in your family who you have a strained relationship with, somebody at your work who makes you upset every day, someone who you made really upset, maybe your spouse about some real bad thing that one of you did. You've got some place in your life where there's a relationship that's got a problem, and you can live with that. You can try to fix it. You can do this motto called "Some will, some won't, so what? Next." And it's up to you. If you want to try to smooth it over and make the relationship better, go for it, because that was a challenge that we had today. We're in the group with something like 12 other people. 3 times 4 is 12, or maybe it's 9. I'm trying to think. On the webinar there's a grid of people that we're with. It's either like 9 or 10 or 11 or 12 or something like that. So our challenge was think about a difficult relationship, and it got personal quickly. There were people who got emotional because we know that there are people we need to fix stuff with, and it's hard, it's scary. So we got a chance today, Brownie and I got a chance to kind of mediate one of these difficult conversations with some ladies who have joined LuLaRoe under Brownie. That there's a group of people, and they really don't have any good reason that they're not getting along. They thought there were reasons, but we helped them to kind of just sit there and listen while everyone spoke, and everyone was very respectful. They understood it was a safe place where they could say whatever they want, and nobody had a right to get upset and storm out of there. But it was a place to share and understand and take criticism in a way that was meant to just share truth and share how people felt. And by the end, we had a resolution. It's going to take some getting used to, I'm sure, the resolution. And some of the people probably feel like they got what they want. Some of the people may have felt like, I'm not sure this is what I want, but I'm glad to have a resolution. There's some emotions, I'm sure, but being on the outside, kind of just watching the whole thing and then helping them to come to an end, it let me see, holy smokes, this is exactly what I need to do. And I've got a relationship in mind that it needs some work, and I need help. And so I had a chance to reach out to some of the people who are above Brownie and I in LuLaRoe and say, listen, we need your help. Kind of explain to them we're in this Focus 10 group with LuLaRoe right now, and we're on difficult conversations. We helped facilitate a difficult conversation today. It's so liberating just watching it. I can't believe how those people feel who are actually in the middle of it. And now I realize that's what I need. I'm in the middle of a difficult relationship that needs some help. And I am looking to you, my LuLaRoe up leaders, to give me a hand. So I'm excited for where that will take us. Through the advice of some of those leaders, it's not a fast thing. It's something that we're going to work and kind of build and put together in a correct way. But it's something that I'm glad to be working toward. You have tough relationships in your lives. I know you do. Go fix them. Go do something. Take the first step. Be humble and realize it doesn't matter if you're the wrong. It doesn't matter if you're the guy who did it wrong. You're the guy who messed stuff up. You're the guy who lied or stole or something. Just be humble and, put it out there in a way like, listen, I know that there is some space between us that is uncomfortable. Not that it's my fault or your fault or anything like that, but address it, try to go somewhere with it, heal those relationships. It's kind of like there's an old story of this big oak tree that was super, super strong, and this farmer boy was watching the oak tree and said, "Oh man, that's a strong old tree. It must have taken like 100 years to grow," or something like that. And one day he was sharpening the axe blade or like wedge that they used to split the wood. He's busy sharpening it, and his mom called, "Hey, come in for dinner." So in his rush, he grabbed that wedge and he stuck it up in the branches, like where the tree comes, and then one branch goes off. Totally forgot about it. Years later, he inherits the farm. He's there as an old man, and there's a big storm. By this time, it's been 30 years or something, and the tree is huge. And in that storm, the tree breaks in half and is destroyed. And he can't figure it out. He says, "What in the world? That's a huge tree. How did this storm break the tree?" And as he kind of sifted through the wreckage, there he saw that old wedge. And he remembered, son of a gun, 20, 30 years ago, I set this wedge there. The tree grew around it, but it was always weak. It always had this weak spot that once it was tested, it broke. It was destroyed. Don't let there be any wedges in your relationships. Work right now to fix them so that 30 years later, 30 days later, there's not something that fails because of your pride. Just be humble, go fix it, get on the path to fix it, and then you can be happier tomorrow. Do it.